friends, flock of Amish, welcome to the most powerful podcast on YouTube, the Amish Baby Machine Podcast. Today we are in Collabrewation. Yes, you heard it right, Collabrewation with Drake Brewing. We are underway making this momentous brew called Brunch at the Barn. So Amish Baby Machine, Drake Brewing came together with this great idea to make one of the most powerful beers you can wrap your lips around. It's going to come in at around 12.5%. What you see in front of me are all of these momentous, amazing ingredients that are going to go into the brew. I'm going to give you a short run through. We've got some amazing dark malt extract. We've got some amazing golden malt extract. So these are doing a lot of the work for us. Most people know of beer brewing as all grain brewing. So what you see here is a specialty blend of chocolate and crystal malts, also going into the brew. At the end, we're going to add in a little bit of the secret D180 syrup. That's top secret, so we're going to put that back into hiding. Lactose, it's going to give an amazing mouthfeel on the beer. Also adding into that mouthfeel, something you may know as your morning oatmeal. That's going to make the beer nice and creamy. It's not going to add any color because it's going to be jet black anyways. But it's going to add an amazing mouthfeel. Now let's talk about some flavorings. Right here, cacao nibs, cocoa nibs, whatever you want to call them. That's the heart of chocolate, straight out of Ecuador. Adding into the hops, we've got Williamette, which also made KBS from Founders Brewing extremely flavorful. A couple ounces of cluster hops. These bad boys are going in right at the end of the whirlpool. And we're going to be dry hopping it with nugget hops. Now, if everybody knows nugget hops, it's extremely dank. It's got an alpha of about 12.5%. It's an amazing hop for the beer. Cats love hops as well. Now, right here, you're going to see some American medium toast oak. So imagine these oak barrels that people age their beer in, they age their bourbon in, they age their cat in. Now, these oak barrels, they soak them down or they fill them with the best bourbon they can find, and it implies this flavor to the oak. Now, what people do is they take those barrels, they throw some beer in it for about 6 to 12 months, and it's this amazing bourbon barrel-aged beer. What we're going to do is a little bit of cheating. We're going to be soaking these oak chips that you hear in the bourbon, add that to the beer in about 3 to 4 weeks from now, and then another couple weeks after that, we're going to have this amazing brew. So, what you see here on the side is the big mouth bubbler. That's what the beer is going to be fermenting in. It's going to take about 2 to 4 weeks for that initial fermentation until the yeast falls out of suspension. Then we're going to go into bottling the beer. After that, we need another about 2 to 4 weeks depending on the rest. We're going to try it here and there because you got to maintain quality control. As you can see, we're maintaining quality control. And that's a damn fine beer. So let's get underway. Pretty soon here you're going to see some amazing brewing. Remember to follow us at Amish Baby Machine. At Amish B Machine if you're down there on the Twitter. But yeah, if you're on Facebook, Instagram, check us out, Amish Baby Machine. You can also find Drake Brewing, not to be confused with Drake's Brewing out of, what is it, California. Those hippies over there are doing some hippie beer. What we're doing here is the real thing. So sit back, grab a beer if you like it, and enjoy this trip down the road. All right, get underway here. First step is getting all of our specialty grains out of the bag and into our little linen pouch. Oh, if you could only smell that. A good look at that. Oh man, that smells freaking amazing. Just take your sock, throw it around the grains. Oh yeah. And then, last but not least, all those creamy oats. Something I do just to make sure it all gets blended well together, so you don't have a big mash of oatmeal on top. Give it a quick stir. Now we're going to want to take this bag, tie it off, Throw it straight into our pot of water. There she goes. So as this pot heats up over the next, I would say about 20 minutes, this grain's gonna do its thing. It's gonna soak into this water. Oh yeah, you're gonna wanna see this. Already, it's just like a really big tea bag. That's gonna do its magic. Turn that water into the beginnings of the wort for brunch at the barn. The most powerful beer you've ever laid your YouTube eyes on. We'll see you back here in about 20 minutes and we'll get this brew underway. All right, friends, we are back. Our water has hit the strike temperature of 170 degrees. We let all of our specialty grains steep for about 20 minutes. Now it's time to remove those bad boys. So we took the specialty grain. Right now we're just gonna let it do its thing, stir or strain out all that goodness you can see dripping off the bottom there. All that's gonna get added back in after we're done adding in all of our extracts. So first up, delicious dark malt extract goes in. Now remember, this is just 100% malted barley. Look at how thick that is, just gold. So as that's going in, give it a good stir. Now remember, right now the heat is off on this kettle. If the heat was on and we were adding all this syrup, there's a good chance it would scorch on the bottom. So we're just trying to incorporate all this into the hot wort that we already have. Oh, you could only smell it. Oh yeah. You know, considering this is a Collabrewation, maybe we can get Dags in here. He can be some helping hands while we keep adding in the rest of our extracts. And we can save
Dags is just gonna watch. We're doing this as midnight brewing, and then Dags is getting sleepy.
Dags is getting sleepy on the camera over there.
Yes. Powerfully sleepy.
What about Brother Drake?
Get over there.
What do you want me to do?
Hold that.
Holding.
Yep. Yep.
Easy.
All right. So he's got the dark malt extract. Right here we've got the golden malt extract. That's going to go in as well. Let's make sure we get all these syrups in there.
Mmm. Smells delicious. Delicious.
Some powerful beards and baldness you guys got going on.
Yeah. Hair in one place and not the other.
Mine's not coming out anymore.
That's coming up. Just powerful, thick syrup. Why do you have a stronger stream than me?
Just don't cross them.
No sword fighting in the beer.
Don't cross those streams.
Mmm, smells delicious.
All right, I think it's safe to say. Maybe let's let gravity do its work on these bottles for a couple seconds. Set those off to the side.
This will come out.
Let's let gravity do its thing. Coming in next, the Bryce Golden Light DME dried malt extract. It's going to do the same thing as that syrup that we just entered or added to the brew. Kind of looks like it doesn't really smell like much, but it just looks like flour. So that's going to go in next. Give that a good stir. Make sure it doesn't clump up in the balls. Actually, you know what? We're going to take this a step further. Bust out the right tool for the job. Be right back. We're going to get a powerful whisk to take care of this business.
Powerful whisk. More. Dude, it's seriously thick. Holy cow.
All right. You know how I said I wanted to make sure there weren't any clumps. Only way to make sure you don't have clumps. Bust out your French whip. All right. Nice. That made easy work of it. Well, so we don't take up too much time. You see that's pretty much empty. And I think we got a little golden malt left. Oh yeah. Get all that sugary goodness out of there. Now, Dags, you should bring the camera in real quick. Have you ever been to the state fair and you see those art drip paintings? It's kind of the
Spin art.
same. Yeah, the spin art. There you go. It's that same concept going on.
Powerful.
Powerful beer spin art. And now it's gone. Look at that dark color. All right. Now, last but not least, going in next, we've got some lactose sugar. So this is a non-fermentable sugar derived from, you guessed it, lactose, also known as dairy. So this sugar is going to really add a good creamy mouthfeel. It's going to bring in the chocolatey, well, we already have the chocolate in there, but it's going to really turn it into a chocolate milk base for this stout. Give it a nice creamy mouthfeel, like a nice glass of Nesquik or Hershey's if you prefer that. All right, so got all of our extracts in. What we're going to do next is create a little fancy rig for my temperature probe. We're going to get this back up to a boil. We're going to boil this now for 60 minutes. Try not to boil over. First, we're going to add in some of our hops to the boil. So nugget hops. It's going to add a bittering to our beer. So this is 1 ounce. We're going to add in half of this bag right away. So that's going to be a ½ ounce of the nugget hops for bittering. We'll come back 30 minutes through the boil and we'll add the rest of it in there. And then cluster hops, we're going to add 1/4 of that bag.
Ooh. Dude.
Oh yeah, did you just smell that? Smell the citrus in there? Go ahead and smell that, pass that around. No
Can't
kids,
stop smelling it.
don't smoke the
I love
hops.
Can't stop smelling
I
it.
know the scents bring back
This one smells better than Nugget.
flashbacks to our youth, but
Nugget smells
do
better.
not smoke your hops. You're not going to get high from smoking your hops. There's other things for that. We're here to
CBD
make
oil.
beer. All right, we're going to let this get back up to temp, and we're going to hit a boil for the next 60 minutes. We will see you soon.
I want that document, Mr. Brown.